wanna take the next steps.
As you can see, interview is quite straightforward.
Yeah.
So this is how the rest of the day will go.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but anyway.
And also I know that Indrek can speak for days without actually breathing in between. So if you have a question or you want to like elaborate on something, just raise your hand or jump into what we're saying. So yeah,
exactly.
Same for me. I can also talk for days.
Exactly, especially when we are with the topics that we are discussing today, and so we also, when we put the slides together, etc., then we also say, oh, it's too many maybe. So we try to see like how it goes and measure the time. But again, like Helen said, like you can always interrupt us. We try to also get feedback from you because again, this is our first event here together. We hopefully make in fall another one. So again, like your guys' feedback in the end, we will ask, and then because hopefully we get more people interested in this, and we can do some workshops or something similar. So again, would be really appreciate everything. So that's the agreements. We'll see what happens with online. But anyway, so just wanted to start with this. Oh, you don't see it here. Actually, these are countries. So this happens when the when the space is white. So actually, here are all countries also. But anyway, what we want to show you is that companies cannot ignore LinkedIn so much, because again, like there are over 900 million users, and these are worldwide, globally. That we want to do. So and the biggest difference between LinkedIn and other social media channels is 90 to 95% of the people have the correct job titles and the companies where they work. So you can filter people where they work, you can filter with these, and Facebook and Instagram, 90 to 95% of people, they don't have the right, so to say, job titles, etc. And this is huge difference, especially when you're looking for talent, because you need to know where they work, what is the background, and etc. If you want something to add.
But well, at least what we hear working in Estonia and in the Baltics, pretty much is that LinkedIn is something for the States. So it's not relevant for us. And then companies come back to us in a year or two saying, you know, our headquarters told us we need to go to LinkedIn and fix it. So something is changing, the mindset is changing right now because of somebody is saying I need to do it, but we're trying to focus on getting people there faster to make sure how you can get the value from there. So it's really international. Fun facts about China, Korea?
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore, LinkedIn. China closed LinkedIn, so because of the regulations the China government had, and also Russia also is not in LinkedIn for long time, because I don't know, do you guys know who owns LinkedIn? What kind of company owns LinkedIn? Have you guys no idea? So 2016 LinkedIn was acquired by Microsoft. So and that's why Russia is also not already from 2017. They are not in LinkedIn because Russian government wanted that Microsoft gives up the data that LinkedIn has about their own people, etc. So they didn't want to do that, so Russia is not there, and that's why also now China wants pretty much the same thing. So since last year, China is not in LinkedIn anymore, so to say. There are people still who have accounts that are from China because they're using VPN, like masking their position. But the thing is, what LinkedIn did there quite a lot is like, because there are so huge companies in China that the recruitment is still on. So Alibaba, AliExpress, all these companies, they still recruit talent around the world. So that is still going on. Yeah, do you want to add? So, but the thing is, again, like these are the, we are going to the brand printing, etc. But the thing is, what you need to know, that there are over 20 million active job positions available in LinkedIn. So again, like it's the world's largest recruitment platform for office workers. There is no other platform that I know that is bigger. So this is the huge part. So this is again like why the branding and company branding and brand ambassador programs, etc. These make a lot of sense, or are so important, because people follow people, and this is what we're going to talk about also. And on average, people spend 3 to 7 seconds on strangers' profile, and this is especially important for recruiters, because if you go and send, hey, come to work for us, and when they come back to your profile, they don't understand who you are, only that they understand that you are a recruiter, but they don't understand what company you work or what you do, then you lose interest. Like you have only 3 seconds to make a first impression. Yeah. Is all good? Oh, perfect.
And with the first impression, how it works, we know it's there when we meet someone face to face. It's different. Psychology, people say it's 3 seconds. Marketing wants it to be 7 to 10. Either way, it's few seconds. And we know it's there when we go and meet someone in person. But when we're online, we tend to forget it. So there we don't really realize that we should have a brand as well. And people also will have some unconscious bias about us. It's there anyway. It's just a question how conscious I am about it and what do I do with it. But with few seconds, everybody will have some kind of understanding or opinion who you are and what you do. So if you reach out to your potential candidates or future colleagues or partners, then when your brand is not there, with few seconds, you lose the opportunity. Really easy.
Yeah. And just a couple of more things. So again, now there are actually over 60 million companies in LinkedIn, so I need to update these things. And the thing is, what we found, this is US statistics, that actually 10 out of 9 people are that's European wide.
It's the LinkedIn statistics, so it's worldwide. Yeah. But overall, how it works, it's not when you go and offer something really same. If you go with a really exciting opportunity, people are open and willing to have a discussion with you. What it reflects is that if you're on LinkedIn, you somewhat have accepted the fact that recruiters or managers are reaching out to you. So I think this is what's behind the number. Yep. The number 9 to 10 is more like a statistic for recruiters to make them more eager and encouraged to go and reach out. But I'm not sure if it's quite like that. So
LinkedIn also like makes all the statistics a little bit better, of course. But why are we talking about this? Because one of the things is that we sure that are seeing. So talent pool is more Helen's case, but there's a huge global shortage of and this is the mindset that you need to think like you are not competing with Swedish companies to recruit people. You're actually competing worldwide. It doesn't matter in which country the company is today. You are always competing with the Microsoft, with the Apples, with the AliExpress, all these people, so all these companies. And now the question is, how do you guys stand out, or do you stand out?
Because for quite a long time we kind of had the idea that if I'm in an IT company, I compete with other IT companies. But today even a bank is IT company. So who are you competing with? Basically everybody. Everybody on the market is your talent pool, and everybody on the market is also someone else's talent pool. So you need to somehow stand out.
Yeah, and we don't see there is a end coming to that. Like this kind of the talent is also there, but the interesting part is the AI that is right now developed. So that is actually, I just read today that 17 and 16-year-olds, they are already building companies and making over more than 100,000 euros per month because of the AI tools they are using and building like different services systems, which is quite astounding because it's like how fast it develops. But again, like the same, the companies will also, but again, like all these younger guys who are now building these tools, they also need people in there. It's not only IT talent they need, but also other people. So again, the new generation is coming quite fast and building companies very successfully. So that is really interesting. So we see that this kind of talenting continues. And the other thing is, so which is also what we saw, especially. So this source is from Manpower, and the other source that we are using is also a Swedish company that. A lot of companies they want to bring talent around the globe, but a lot of companies are not ready for it. They don't know how to onboard. They don't know all the social media things, and they have no idea actually how to integrate people into your system and company.
And one of the biggest things I think in international recruitment is first, where do I go to find the people? So my first answer would be go to LinkedIn first, see what you can find there. If it's a really specific position, you can get to different kind of groups and institutions and organizations and start digging there. But another question, and what we see really a lot with the clients we work in Estonia, for example, is that when we start hiring internationally, then we need to redo all our processes. It's not just bringing the internal communication to English, for example. It's about bringing the coffee corner discussion also to be in English and making sure that people are actually integrated, and to the very core of understanding what happens to the spouses who come with the talent you're hiring and so on, because quite often they leave because the other part is not happy. So quite many things to think about, but I think LinkedIn is the place to go and start off with to actually find the people.
Yeah, a lot of things. But now this is what one of the researchers said. Like, so basically, people you hire, over 82%, they will make their homework before they start to think if I want to go and work for this company or these people. They first they Google your name. They do all of those things before. So now the question is, what is your companies and what are your leaders' online stories? So because again, like this is where the differentiator makes are the people and it's a story that your company tells in online media and also the people behind the company. Because again, like people come to work for other people. They don't come to work for the company alone. Like so you need to start thinking and there is this the quote is also there what we saw, like there is now an expectation that a CEO or leader is very present on social media. So that's the thing, because this is the thing, like what most people want to see is that depending on the job role, is the C level or the higher level. What they do in LinkedIn is they basically go to the company page and then they go to the leaders pages, like what do these people post about or what is their thoughts, because I want to see that if their mentality is similar to my mentality or can I learn from those people anything or etc. So this makes a huge difference, because again, like if I can see that this is a leader that I can follow, I can learn from, then why not? I want to join them. So I think the biggest example in the world is Elon Musk, I think. Like everybody knows that. Not a lot of people like him also, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a lot of problems of recruiting people in any of his companies. I'm assuming that. I don't know. I haven't checked the facts, but I'm pretty sure he has a lot of, so to say, candidates and people who are willing to work for him, especially what he has achieved in this period. If you want to.
Not sure, but I really see that having a leader who has a personal brand that is attractive to people really helps to hire, because today it's not recruiters hiring. Recruiters is doing the backlog, everything that you can do to support the actual hiring. And who is hiring is the team, is the managers, because they are the people the new hire will be working with, not the recruiter. They can have, like, usually our talent gets like 5 to 10 recruiters writing to them every day. How you can stand out? Let the CEO write, let the manager write, let the right person be the first contact. And for that, they need to have a brand. Otherwise, you don't know who they are and you don't know what they can offer you.
Yeah, exactly. So the next step is, this is the main so to say, activities when people start to research or where they go. So a lot of people go to the website, then they go to the LinkedIn, and then they also Google. So the CEO, they don't Google the company, they Google the CEO. And this is the thing where LinkedIn also emphasis is, like, when most of you people, if you do not do a lot of articles or you're not a very famous person, so whenever you Google your name, the top 5 results, one of them is your LinkedIn account. Most of, like, I think like 80 or 90% of the people will have like the top most of the time is top 3, but normally it's top 5 results is your LinkedIn account. And this is where the storytelling starts, because especially when you're recruiting for senior level people, actually they do not care so much about your Instagram and Facebook. They care about what is your background, what is your professional background, what have you done before, why should I trust you, why should I follow you, and so this is the place where you need to think, like, what is the story that you want to tell, and what is the story that you think that people want to hear.
And people really go and Google you. In recruitment process, we tend to think that we are the ones doing background check for the candidate. It might be the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is actually something I really enjoy that telling also the people that in actually social media platforms, this is the thing that you can create a story with your own terms. And this is actually, I didn't know how to translate in English, but this term, I like leaders' own terms. So that's what I like it. In Estonia, we have the saying, like, if you do not build your own brand, then other people are building the brand for you, but then you are not in control of the narrative. So, but I think this is better, like leaders' own terms. So basically, again, like, when you start you need to think like when you start posting with a company and also with the personal accounts, the thing is, you create the narrative that you think the people might benefit. It's not the other way around. And this is why the content creation, especially in social media, is so crucial, because again, like, if you do not do there anything, then people make up their own stories. They Google the company, and if there is any kind of like bad news, they will click on the bad news and stuff. So again, like, other people are controlling the narrative, and the thing is, you need to take control of the narrative yourself. And this is again like so the thing is, like, 57% of decision makers are influenced by the posts that other people make, and also like, sorry, the Mike, but again, like in LinkedIn, we have seen like only 4.8% of people, they make regular content. And regular content is made by what we say is weekly content. So 95% of people never do any kind of like content in LinkedIn. So again, there is like a huge gap what is possible to fill. The thing is also like 2 years ago, it was 2.7% of people make content, but with the AI now, we see the content is like coming again. Yeah, ask. It's personal. It's personal. So the thing is, with we will come with the company pages and everything, but the thing is, in LinkedIn also, the personal pages are, so to say, the gold mines in LinkedIn. And but again, it takes time, and it's a challenging. But again, we have some tips for you later.
Mm-hmm. And also for the recruitment terms or to find the talent. It's somewhat, you need to have a LinkedIn profile for the company.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having a homepage, and then you need to have your own brand and own profile there, because this is actually the one you're working with. So one is the fundamental basics you need to have. Another one is the actual tool.
Yeah, and then the thing is, like, this is like search that people spend like almost an hour a week or so in LinkedIn, but the thing is, they have no idea what they do. Most of the people, what I see is they only scroll, and when they see something interesting, then they don't do nothing. So this is the thing also, we have the statistics that how many people will react and write comments. But the thing is, and the reason is because this is, I see a lot in Estonia, also in Finland, I saw like people have had LinkedIn accounts for 10, 15, 20 years. So LinkedIn was founded like 2002. So it's 21 years young company, and so I did a training in Finland, and they guys said, "Hey Indra, why we even come to this training? I've been using LinkedIn for past 12 years. I know so much about it, and etc." And then I showed them a basic search function that you can search people by the job titles. And then like there were like 11 people there, and then 3 of them said, "Wow, I didn't know that. That I thought that only you can search with the people's name." But how you can also search like so, and then I see like this is actually all over the Europe and etc. Like there is because LinkedIn has been around for quite a long time, but I think only like this is my assumption, but 90 to 95% of people have no idea how to use it. They have no clue actually what is the yes, you can use the search, but the LinkedIn is an extremely strategic so to say tool to use it, and most of people, they think they know, but the thing is the like small nudges that you can with the things that you can do, you can much more effectively like start leveraging that LinkedIn. And the thing is, we have done in Estonia over 1,000 profile makeovers closely. So and I still see so many broken profiles and etc. I will show you this later. But the thing is, like, and this is the thing, what the CEOs and other people also, they say, yeah, I know LinkedIn and I know how to use it, but I will show you a couple of things, but they just don't have no idea. But they know it as
a social media platform.
Yeah.
It's not a social media platform. It's a working tool. You actually need to use it as a tool. Otherwise, you go there and you simply scroll. If you're a really active person, you will like something.
Yeah.
But likes don't really work in LinkedIn.
Exactly. So, and now again, it's the online story. So the thing is, what most people, what I see, why we do trainings, and we need to, especially the management level, and the people need to understand what is the LinkedIn or your the profiles, because your LinkedIn profiles, they are exactly, they need to, the thought behind it should be like, they are just like your company websites. You need to optimize them for the people. They are not for you, but the people that is also in your website. What you want to do, that the bounce rate is very low, and you want people to spend at least 2-3 minutes on your website. The same goal should be also with your LinkedIn profile. You need to optimize them for your target audience. And I have here, so does anybody have heard that ever this company called Tamro? Never? Okay, so you see here, what do you think if you don't start to read there, but you have any idea what kind, like if Christina sends you, hey, come to join Tamro, our company, like, etc. We have a really good role there. Do you have any kind of idea, if you don't look at the company page, what type of company it is, or what do they do, and etc. How big they are? And this is the thing, they're like, it takes about 7 seconds to see the trust, and etc. And the company page also, if you look at it looks nice. Again, like this is the typical thing that a lot of companies do. They put like the background image, they have it or they don't have it at all, and they put the employees or etc. There is no, so to say, like they think it's nicely done, and also it looks very nice. But the thing is, there are a lot of mistakes here, and I will show you now how it can be. You see the storytelling. They are in control of the narrative. They have here like the background image. It goes the same with the company page. They have the same color. They are the same, so to say. This is what we're calling like brand advocacy. So this is a huge company. They are all over Europe. They are part of Phoenix Group. They are in Sweden, in the whole Europe. So they have about like 7,000 or 8,000 people, but we do it in the Baltics. And the thing is that that you see, like we have done here with also the key employees. So this is the profile makeover part. So fixing one LinkedIn personal profile for us, it takes about 6 to 8 hours. So, and this is why it's very strategic. So the thing is, I'm only showing you this fast because this background image is profile picture, and this title here, this gets about 20 times more views than all other your profile. So, and now this is the thing, like we have also written the abouts, etc. These are these lengthy abouts. The reason is because they are in control of the story. If a candidate comes, they can start reading about this person, who is she, what she does. And the same is about your leaders, the CEOs, the board members, etc. Because they are the face of your company. They are the people that I want to see who you are, or you investors, etc. They want to know who they are. And again, like this is the storytelling in the about section, that you are telling why I'm leading this company, what is my expertise, what are my accomplishments. Because again, you are telling your audience what we want you to know about us. This is the place where we can a little bit like brag about, like, look at me, I'm so cool, etc. You don't go like that, but again, like it's the narrative that you are building about yourself. So one of the things I'm telling, like the background image is like a book cover. If you go to a bookstore, you pick up the book because of the cover, if it looks nice, etc. And the title, what kind of title it has. The same is here. If this, the title here is something like it's interesting, and also the background image, it's interesting, and people start, okay, I want to read more. Then this is like the author about the author, and then the about is like the appendix, or no, content is basically what you do, and the work experience is already like it's another thing. But again, like this is the way to how to sort of differentiate. The same is the company page. If you think like only you have 3 to 7 seconds to impress somebody, and now if you are hiring people from globally, trust me, they got like these specialists you're getting, they might get like 20-30 job offers a month. How do you differentiate? Because most companies, they look like this. They don't have any background. They have this kind of profiles, etc. The companies are not optimized for any of those things. And now this is the storytelling part that starts to figure. And imagine now you have like 20, 30 people, key members. They all look similar backgrounds. You have like similar things like they have, and this is the employment branding part that you can see and differentiate. And the key comes also here in the headline. Most of you put your job titles here. But your job title and the company doesn't tell absolutely anything, because if you're hiring people from internationally, if you don't work for Apple, Microsoft, or any of those big key companies, most people have no idea what is your company or what do you do. So again, like, but here you can actually start like working more, because this already tells what is the company about, and this is her backgrounds, etc.
And one thing that big companies tend to do is to think that everybody knows them.
Yeah.
So do you know what's Apple like as an employer? Not really, simply based on the name. So the smaller we are, if we're not Apple, we need to tell it all the time ourselves. And the same thing with the background picture in doing HR managers and then recruiters trainings. Every time what I ask, or if there's a marketer in the room, oh, that's good. The question is, go to the last one before. So if you would have a big banner, so you would be able to put to the busiest street in the city, would it be this one? What does it say? Nothing. So what's your message? What's the call to action? What do you make with this banner? So it's the same kind of banner you use on the streets. So simply putting here a nice bunch of people. Some have been guillotined, you see, no heads anymore, and so on. So it doesn't really give anything out. Maybe just the understanding there's a bunch of people in the company. Or maybe they're not even people from the company. We don't know. We start expecting. In Estonia, there's this Eesti Energia, Estonian energy company. Yeah. In Estonia, everybody knows who they are. So it's...
But I'm pretty sure none of you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what their LinkedIn cover was, we were doing training for their managers, was this nice field of yellow... whatever it is.
Flowers, yeah.
Yeah, yellow flowers and blue sky. It was put there due to what started in February with Ukraine. And then they were like, but this is what we represent. I asked from the managers, there was also this Ukraine flag and supporting logo. I asked the managers, okay, if you come to the profile, what do you see? What's the company? Where do you work? One manager said that, I think I'm in agriculture, but I'm not sure. So showing support, really good, but also you need to show who you are. It can be put together, but having a picture of nice wood, because you do something with wood, and so on, it doesn't give anything away.
The more direct, and again, like, we are not criticizing this company or any other company. The thing is, a lot of companies, and what we see, especially in Estonia, is like, you have a team of marketers, but none of them are like highly specialized to one channel. Because if you have like in Estonia, it's like I had like in Estonia it's a big company. They have like 200 people or so. They said, oh, we have an internal person, marketing manager, that she manages our LinkedIn, the Facebook, Instagram, and then she does a little bit Google. And now we get a training from you, and I'm pretty sure she will do LinkedIn also. So one person does all different social media channels or these things. Then they will do something. Then they will then they will do something like this. They have no idea that how to fix this. And again, like fixing like these profiles. This is step number 4. The steps 3. I will show you the steps before that what needs to be done, because again, like all of these backgrounds, all of these texts, they are written so that you know who's your target audience and what is the goal of those texts. Because if the goal is, for example, building trust with your partners, if you have a lot of partner network of companies, your manufacturer, etc., then the texts here, they are totally different. This is made for brand brand advocacy and company branding, and especially the employer branding is the goal here. So basically, again, like the people to healthier and live better. Again, like this is again like a subtle message that this is our like the company motto also, that we want our people in the company to live better and so that. So again, like all these texts that we have written, writing here, they have the subtle hint of the employer branding, etc. If it's collaboration partners, then the text is a little bit different that we wanna share and do. So again, like these are the things that most companies, they do not think about it, and it's totally fine, because none of a lot of companies you never have gotten this information before, and that's totally fine. I'm just showing like what can we do better, and now it comes like this is like the LinkedIn algorithm, and also the social media. One person needs to see your name 7 to 9 times before they start to trust you. So this is highly important also for recruiters, and why you need to be active in social channels and etc. Because the bigger the network you have, the more people see your name, the easier they will respond to you when you send a, hey, we have this job opening, would you like to have a chat about it, and etc. So again, like this is the trust process that and this takes time, 7 to 9 times. If you saw the previous, like the CEOs, they spend in a week like 30 to 60 minutes in social media. So what are the odds that in 1 month they will always only see your name, or etc. So it takes about 4, 5, 6, 7 months to start this trust building in social media. And then this is about LinkedIn algorithm. So in Estonia it's even 95%, but I think in Scandinavia, because you guys are using LinkedIn quite well, and I see like there is a huge difference. So when we also do like we have some campaigns in Sweden right now running with a company, that the Swedish people, if you approach them in Swedish language, the results are 2 to 3 times better than, for example, if I approach in English. The same is for recruiting. So, for example, if you do international recruiting, if you find a local partner who can send out the messages in local language, trust me, your recruitment referral rates will go up like at least 2 to 3 times, because it's more local, it's more approached, and then it comes also the profiles, etc. are nicely done, that they work in the same company, even if they are not working for your company. But for example, like they are a partner like Helen, and you can actually agree that, hey, we have like so many recruiting stuff. Can we make your profile a little bit like ours or something like that? We have the similar brand colors. Some might say yes, some might say no. But again, like if you have a lot of recruitments and this person is reaching out with the local language, it might be a strategic like advantage for others. Or you hire a freelancer that you promise, okay, we do this and this for you guys. So these are just some ideas that you need to do. But again, like most people in LinkedIn, they never comment, they never like, they never do this. But what they do is they read. And this is how LinkedIn algorithm works, especially when you start with posting, is the longer the posts and more valuable, LinkedIn measures the time. How long does one person read the post? So this is very different from LinkedIn, with the Facebook and other social medias, because LinkedIn really measures the time. How long does one person read a post? So again, this is what I'm getting from a lot of people, that will anybody read these long text formats? Will anybody read if I read the about text also from your personal page? We write them like 1,500 to 2,000 characters, and they asked, will anybody read them? These people who are interested in you, they will read it. And if your profile is well done, then they will read it. The same is with the post-it. The more valuable they are, the more they will read it. So this is a LinkedIn algorithm knows that, and they are measuring that quite a lot. Any question? No? Okay. So now we have this. This is what with the personal and company account, like the statistics, like this is what we see especially in Estonia. So when I go into a company, then they ask, hey Indrek, like do a training for us that give us the, so to say, the silver bullets, that give us the tips that I only spend 2 minutes in LinkedIn a month and I get all the results, or give me those tips that what I need to do. And most people in Estonia, so they are quite shy people, so they never want to post or do anything, and they only go with the company accounts. Now let's start with the company accounts, but in LinkedIn the key is personal accounts, and the thing is there are no silver bullets like you can do like all the activities in 5 minutes in etc. So this is the problem. But when we see the statistics, I will show you the statistics first. So this is the thing, like you get 8 times more visibility when people share, 3 times more trust, 10 times wider audience when people post, and also 7 times more effective organic reach. So this is statistics mostly on US based, that whenever like people share versus company post, and this is the thing like also in LinkedIn, that 20 to 30% of content that is commented or liked is from company posts. 70 to 80% of content is from people's, so to say, personal pages. So there's a huge emphasis on LinkedIn with the personal content, and this brings again like, what is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a platform where you build social relationships, and this is what LinkedIn wants, that you build authentic brands there. So this is the key, like thinking about this, especially with the branding, brand ambassador programs, etc. You want something to add, or?
Well, it's the same logic as in marketing. If you tell somebody that you're the best, the company tells we're the best in something, will you believe? Probably no. You know, it's the marketing doing a good job. But when the employees come and tell and assure the same things, you will most probably believe it a bit more. And even more if you know somebody from the company. So the same goes in LinkedIn. If it's a company doing the posts, we all know there's a marketing person simply filling in the schedule they need to do for the month.
Yeah.
But if it's an actual employee, actual person sharing, we can relate to a person. We can't really relate to a company.
Yeah.
I myself, I see it as part of my job to work on my personal LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So I use that. Like and I've heard now several people like you know asking, can you share this on your personal? They're like, no, it's my personal, because some have it, I guess, to more
Yes.
for the possibility of finding a new job in the future. Some use it more for their current positions.
Yeah.
So how can you kind of work with that mentality, or that people see it as, you know, is it in their job role, my job role in my personal page, or is it a personal page? Just like my Facebook page is very personal. It's mine. Like,
But they're different. LinkedIn is for B2B, it's for business. Facebook is a personal thing. If you're not working in marketing or need to use it as a tool, I think it's a mindset thing, as you mentioned as well. So it's helping people to understand what's the gain. I'm joking always with HR people during our training, saying that you can't put it as a term to the employment contract. Like, when you work for us, you will need to look like this and do those kind of posts this time a month. So you need to actually educate them to make them understand and see what's the value for them. So what will happen to them? I think the main goal here is to make them understand that this is still their personal network and their personal brand, even though when they're talking about the company, because when you talk about the company values, hopefully you're talking about your values. If they don't link, you won't stay there for a long time. If you talk about what's the company mission, you also talk about what's your contribution to the outside world and so on. So helping to connect the dots and making them see why it's relevant for them, not for the company.
Exactly, and the thing is also what we are trying to do, especially when I will show you the steps in the end, that what we are going through. So what we understand, like the most people don't have the right understanding about LinkedIn. They think it's my personal, but actually the thing is, what we see in LinkedIn, like you're representing with your own name, and you have also the place where you work. So it's your online networking. So tonight evening is also the networking place. For example, if you come here with the flip-flop shorts and you don't care, and say, I represent Microsoft, then people start to think that this is like who Microsoft hires. So again, like they need to look good, they need to dress well. So the same is in LinkedIn, but again, like you cannot force that to people that they need to. But if they start to understand that actually, for example, so this is what I'm telling for salespeople or recruiters even, like why actually buy our service, because you know we do a profile makeover for you, and then when we start adding context for you, trust me, people know the company more than you. And when people see the company name, there's higher percentage that they will accept your connection request because the company is well known. But you will get all the contacts that you get there. So you are becoming more valuable to the employer, and also you have a bigger network that you can do. So it's like a win-win situation. Company gets more branding, company gets more like visibility, and you get the network. So that's one of the phase. But again, like a lot of people don't think like that, and etc. So that takes a lot of training, these showing examples, and etc. 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 So, and it's a very, very tough people to how can I convince people that you need to do this. So I don't know if it helped you on.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I understand how you can kind of put forward but do you know if anyone is actually, I think it's an interesting, because when I worked in Spain,
Mm-hmm.
it's really strict. Like, women can only wear this much, the length of the skirt, and we don't have any like this here. I've never heard really that
Mm-hmm.
tell you. But if you do the comparison, could someone or do someone actually include that in, like, you have to have this kind of presence on LinkedIn, and you need to kind of have this message or this voice, tone of voice, or I don't know.
Companies do that. There are companies who have dress codes printed out. This is the length of the skirt, this is the color of your outfit, and so on. But it's the same for social media. I think maybe not so specifically on LinkedIn yet, but there's an overall ethics, like how do we act on social media, what we do there, and so on. It might be more strict when your like role in the company is also connected to this being a PR or being in marketing and so on. But otherwise, it's more just a guidance. I think it's not that well like organized yet, because we can see that people are not too eager to go and talk on behalf of the company. So
that's the
maybe
thing.
in the future.
Yeah, no, but what I have seen and heard is like bigger companies and publicly traded companies, they have very strict guidelines. That also for personal, I haven't seen the guidelines, so I don't know what they're internal, but I'm being told that these are the topics that if you want to post, these are the topics you can post about and being personal, etc. But what I see, what I heard, like in one webinar with couple of LinkedIn trainers and recruiters, what they told that they hope that the future is because as a recruiters, you always hire the best people in the company with the same values that the company has. So what they think is if our values align, we should give them, so to say, a free. So like we have some guidelines that yes, we don't talk about bad about others, but most of things are because our values are aligned. So whatever the content they make, it goes with our values. So hopefully that's like the golden term. But again, like it's always good to have some guidelines, but not like this is like you showing exactly this is like, because then it's not authentic anymore. And if it's not authentic, people know it, and then it doesn't work so well. That is the thing. But actually the question now that the thing is like this is a research that we saw that when companies start these brand ambassador programs, etc., they want to include absolutely everybody, and this is like the majority, like one of the this research has done, they include like over 100 companies. So what they have learned is like the 50% are willing but not totally accepted due to the lack of understanding. Like someone so there's already like people who say no, never. I never want to do it. Then there are people who say, okay, that sounds interesting, but I don't know. But actually, who actually you start working with is only the like 5%, like depending on the company side. But you need to start like with a very, very small group. And the reasoning is because if you take the bigger like percentage, etc. So the thing is, they are still uncertain. They don't know these things. But these first people that you see, I would invest more heavily on them, because when they start to see the benefits, when the 5% are doing, then trust me, the 10% will follow in 6 months or 12 months. And then when the 10% follow, then also the people from those 50%, they start to like come around a little bit more and more and more. But the biggest mistake is that let's do it for everybody and etc. And this is too wide, and because you cannot control it. And then also you have people who are, because in social media and also in brand ambassador programs, the number one thing that we are looking for is consistency. And if there is no consistency, so I doing the same with, I'm mentoring people from Tele2. There is this one marketing person that in the first 3 months, he was extremely consistent. He won the, so to say, my tutoring, etc. But now the last 3 months, he hasn't done anything. but it's his personal life has gone like very crazy. But again, like it's the consistency that you guys want to see. But again, like these personal things you never want. But the thing is, even if you have the 5% of people, you need to think like life comes also if you have like 5 or 10 people there. Like maybe 50% will be consistent for 6 months or 7 months or something like that, because life happens and the drop off is still there. But even if you have like these 2 or 3 role models, trust me, the people will start to follow it. That's the thing. If you want something to add.
No, maybe just the idea that to understand who's the 5%, see who's already active on LinkedIn, why they're active, try to understand their motive and see how you can help them with their goal, so they will help you in return. So not going and forcing it on everybody, because you can't put it in the employment contract, like you need to do this, but you need to give them some kind of benefit why to do it.
Exactly. And here are just so there we have mapped out, like there are over like 40 questions, different questions, but here are just some of the questions. So these are the ones that you already asked. But the thing is, whenever you start, so these are like I just again, like there is a whole list of questions that you need to have answers. So again, like this one is like what's in it for me? I knew so this is one. Is this program just a way for the company to get free marketing? So this is like these are the answers you need to have before even you start your branding. There are, as I mentioned, like over 40 questions that we go through it, like how this align with my personal career, are they just using me and my network for their own gain, will this add to my daily workload, how much time it will take for my life, and again, like one of the things is will my contribution be recognized and rewarded by the company? And again, like this is the rewarding system that that people need to see. So this is the thing, like what I mentioned again before, like that we tell them that you are getting the network. If we are helping you to build your own brand. Imagine if you have like 1,000 followers now, but let's say you do it in 12 months, you have like 6,000 or 7,000. You are becoming more and more influential to the company also. Like, but the thing is, you need to have an answer in place. Will the company somehow recognize this? Will they help me to advance my career or whatever? Like, will it? How you guys will treat this person, or is there any difference, or etc. So these are just a couple of things that you need to take in advance, because again, like these questions will come up, and before they come up and you have already the answers, so you're already like prepared for these kinds of topics to discuss. And one of the things that it is possible to do, because we have we have the list of longer of these questions, and the thing is, what is possible to do is taking these questions, sitting down with the HR managers, etc., answering those questions and making a guideline that you can share this with the people who are in your team, that you already have like a FAQ basically of brand ambassador. This is the FAQ, like what happens then, etc. So this is like the guide for it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I built one in my last 9-to-5 job. So we built it not focusing on LinkedIn actually, but overall social media and overall being a brand ambassador, in the sense of whenever you were willing to, well, refer our program as well, refer someone as a talent to apply for us. If you were willing to come to job fairs, if you were willing to do some kind of webinars, articles, if you were the one who did, we had this monthly competition, who liked and commented most on different social media platforms we had, and so on. For us, it was back then really manual, because it was, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. So every month somebody had to go and try to understand who was the best one. But every month we had somebody as a winner and rewarded them with company branded gifts. And then everybody else was, oh, this is a nice mug, I want it. Mm-hmm. Well, this is what the person did to get it. Mm-hmm. You can do it as well. And this got people really competitive, because at first it was small things. Later we ran out of those small things like a notebook and a mug and so on. So what we did, we started this point system. So you gather points. And for example, a mug is 10 points, a luggage is maybe 100. So different things you can have for actually contributing to this company branding and being an ambassador. And the activities were really different. So everybody doesn't want to go to job fairs. Everybody doesn't like to present something, but they're really okay to write something about the company or do something different. So to find what's their way to do it. Not everybody doesn't want to be on social media and actively posting. So again, the 5%.
So, but and also you need to think like different ways, because like this is I heard it from Japan, like especially when people who smoked, they got more breaks than the people who didn't smoke. And in Japan, they did so that the people who don't smoke, they get like a 1 week extra vacation or something like that. So like I think it was very, very clever, like rewarding the people who don't smoke because their health is better, etc. But actually, the thing is, what with the smoking is, or there's another statistic was the people who smoke, they are less stressed out because they always do the breaks, like in every like couple of hours they do a small break and etc. So it both. But I like the way that they handle it extremely like this kind of differently. But also the points in the companies, especially with the brand ambassador programs, etc. It needs to start from the top. So this is the last one also, where my manager doesn't seem to care. So this is the main thing. If you go to people that, hey, let's start a brand ambassador program, and they are the middle managed levels, etc., but the senior level, they don't appreciate or they don't do anything, etc., then why should others care? So this is the thing, that leadership is the key there to start showing, and etc. I did this research also in UK for finding the top talents, and there was the Lloyds Bank and etc. The CEO had like 200,000 followers or something like that, and then I saw that he puts comments or likes for his employees. Like there was a woman who was running a marathon and she said, "Great job," or something like that. It's a very small thing, and I think somebody else is managing the profile. But again, if a person, like if you are an employee of that company, you have maybe 500 followers, maybe 1,000 followers, you post something, and the CEO who has 50,000, 100,000 followers puts like, "Great job, really proud of you." Come on, this is like boosting, because it's a Lloyd Bank. They have like 50 or 60,000 employees. They cannot, the CEO cannot talk with everybody. The same is also with the bigger companies, like especially international. The managers, the senior level people, they cannot talk with everybody. But on LinkedIn or social media, they can follow all the employees in the world. So basically, they can still like motivate like that. And these kinds of like small motivations, trust me, when most of posts don't have any comments or like, and then your CEO or some senior manager person puts that, trust me, it will motivate the work like these people quite a lot, because they saw my post. It doesn't matter if they didn't do it, etc., but somebody from their account, they still had the thought. So like, and the other thing, also the painful, what I see in Estonia right now is we are doing like this, because for international companies, especially for salespeople, they get, so to say, from France or whatever the countries are, they're getting pressure that, hey, you need to start doing sales in LinkedIn. You need to go more on LinkedIn. But what I see with the salespeople there, they're afraid to do LinkedIn sales because it takes about 6 to 8 months to get any results. And they are afraid that they will lose their sales bonuses and these things. So you need to have systems in place that the people who are, especially in sales part, they start to do more in LinkedIn, etc. They have some kind of cushion, because if like 30 or 40% of your salary is from bonuses, and now you're spending time in a platform that you don't know so much, you will definitely take a like a, so to say, hit in the beginning, but in the long term you will win it. But they don't trust it in the long term, because why should I try it in 6 months and lose like a lot of bonus, etc. So these are the hurdles that are there.
Another thing we heard from a client, we helped them to bring in new kind of reward system, and they really wanted to put in also this being an ambassador. It was for them different ways. It was mainly being a presenter for a webinar that's focusing on clients, potential clients, but still helping to see that this could be a way to do the employer branding as well. So adding different kind of things. It's really hard to measure, let's be honest. Like how long, what's the quality, what's the feedback, and so on. But thinking what are the ways we can actually reward people for doing this extra. And often it's extra. We don't reduce anything else that's on the background. So maybe this is also something to think about. Like, can it be implemented in your work week? So an hour a week, for example, this is the time you can do it. Not on top of everything while you come to work or go away from work. So then people want to do their personal things already.
Yeah, it's really, but again, like why these companies, especially the last one, the sales time, why they are pressuring it again. LinkedIn is an audience of 900 million people. So you have a database of 900 million people. Most of your customers, most of your future colleagues are there, partnerships, etc. So most of the people are already there. So that is the main thing. So and again, like I just wanted to emphasize this. It's all about storytelling. It's like everything is about the story you're telling, the post you're doing, and etc. But I'm just showing you a couple of like I didn't know how to make it easier, this chart. But this is just one. This is a recruiter's profile. We started working on it 2021, and you can see the results, especially with the impressions. Like we got like it got 12,000 impressions in 2021. We got over 500,000 impressions in 2022. You see that the comments that she made, first year it was 86, then she did 453. This is the accountability. And then there's the reactions of the post. She got 181, then she got over 5,000 reactions, and also comments came from others, like and also she did 111 posts in LinkedIn. So again, like all these measures up. So what happened to her? She was a recruiter. She has gotten a lot of job offers. That's one thing. This is not what every employee wants, but she also gets a lot of questions about, hey, if I come to work for you, what are this and that. So she gets a lot of inbound interest already, that hey, what's going on and how can I do, and etc. 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 So we created the posts and all those things for her. Like but she put the comments. So she did a lot of work on herself. And another one is an employment. This is an engineer, and he actually made a lot of posts himself and etc. So he made one post. It went viral. It got over 300,000 views, and it was about that he married and his wife is from Pakistan. He didn't get a visa to Estonia, and that just blew up. About his inbox was full and etc. So he really and his page, like his personal page, was again like with the company branding, etc. So imagine like, and if we put like LinkedIn statistics to the numbers, that 60 to 70% of LinkedIn users are decision makers in their own company. So if we take like they got 1.2 million views. So if we are pessimistic, that let's say 30% of those people are decision makers and etc. So you have about 200 to 300,000 people who have seen this company name now, who have seen. So this is the power. But again, you can see that he made a lot of comments, he made a lot of posts, and etc. 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 So it takes a lot of effort. But yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys were using some sort of indicators regarding quality of the content, because sometimes
Yeah.
you can post something that is like a meme or like it doesn't create value, and it does create growth in terms of numbers. So any quality indicator.
So the algorithm.
Yeah. So there are also some, they call them pods, that you can buy engagements, etc. But trust me, the reach is not there. But the thing is, the content needs to be valuable. That is the thing. If it doesn't guide me, or if even if it gets the first couple of tractions a little bit, but if the content doesn't continue to be valuable, then it drops off. And also the one thing is, it's not only about posting. So this is the thing. You have the AI tools that can generate a lot of posts. But so these are the steps that we do. But this step here, mapping out your ideal audience, this is really important, because the thing is, if you do like let's say this, you had like 1 year, 1 million views. So, and there are statistics like who saw your posts, what were the job titles, etc. So if you haven't mapped out, so this is the biggest, one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people think, oh, we can post ourselves, it's easy in LinkedIn, but they don't do what is the background. Who are the people who will see the post? You need to map out. So let's say your target group is, let's say I'm a CEO, my target group is other CEOs and board members, to build a relationship with them. And when we took the statistics of every post, we see that sales people and HR people are seeing the post. That means that this person, when they post, they don't have the right audience in the network. So that also means that you need to start building your network with the right people that they see, and then with the right content. So again, like it's because we have done it with one of the customers. We posted for 6 months, and we look at the statistics. All the posts were seen by wrong people, like because it didn't even matter if you post or not post, because the effect is the same. No effect. So, and this is like, people don't think about it. Like, you need to go behind the numbers, like who are the people, and even if the reach or the views are not so big, but you see that the right companies and the right people see it, it is 10 times more effective than all the others. So that's why it's like that we're trying to, when we start, is finding the right people with the answering. Then again, like training then every LinkedIn personal page has a different strategy. Because if you're a recruiter, you have one audience. If you're the CEO, you have totally different audience. That's why these personalization strategies are really, really important, and they need to know who is the ideal customer. And then it's the content plan and etc. And then what we see is effective, especially like is the mentoring part, because in the beginning, when we have the right people, what is the biggest mistake that they do? They are left, so to say, alone. That you do it, and we check in like once a month or so. But actually, especially in the first like 6 to 8 months, they need like regular, so to say, mentoring or accountability. Like, because a lot of people, oh shit, did I put the comment right? Did I go right? What should I post about? They have a lot, because if they haven't done it before, they have so many questions. Should I add this person, etc.? So having this constant mentoring and tutoring, having this group of people together, like we recommended at least in the beginning, like twice a month, like 1 hour course or something like that, these mentoring groups, so that they feel that they are going to the right way. Because especially in LinkedIn, it takes about 3 to 4 or 5 months before you get any kind of results. And a lot of people are discouraged, like I have done it for 3 months, nothing happening. Why should I do it? Then they need this encouragement and numbers, etc. Because everybody's are thinking like, okay, I did a post, it got 1,000 reached. Like, okay, now I started an ambassador program in 2 months, it should be like 1 million. No, it's not like that, and not all posts work, and etc. So this is the thing, and the steps that you need to think about.
Did you get your answer? Not really, right?
No, yeah, I do understand that there is the mapping, the audience, and if the right people is looking at the right content as well.
Yeah.
So there is like this quality evaluation and also contrasting it against the numbers.
There's also this kind of LinkedIn algorithm that actually looks in how long a person stays on your post, how long is it visible on your screen, how many comments you get, in what timeline you get them, do you reply to them, how many, like everything, links there are. So algorithm somehow generates a formula. So how good is the post? If it's a good one, it will boost it. If it's a bad one, it will take a break on it. So simply going in and posting memes 4 times a week probably will not get you the good results.
Yeah, and also it depends on how active are the comments and everything before that. And so I'm doing this also with a Danish company right now. So the thing is, they are quite active, but they have the same problem, because they can sell to everybody. They can sell to every company in Denmark, because they are all the audience. But the strategy in that case, for example, if you have a very bright product, is find your niche, like 1 or 2 industries that you are the best. So, and build your reputation in those 2 industries, and then this starts to build the multiplying effect. Because if people know you in that industry, then other people will start joining in. Also, that is how LinkedIn right now wants people to build it. It's going into the highly niches. So you need to know you need to speak to your audience. That is one of the keys. Because if you don't speak to your audience, then trust me, your post will not fly. Also.
That was a bit my concern regarding like employee branding ambassador programs, or when people is like encouraged or have some sort of more system, because it's not like really valuable content with purpose.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't know, this is just my personal opinion. That even if it's not that many publications that you're gonna share, because maybe every day you don't have something valuable to share, but if it's like really important things that have clear statements and really provide value, but what you mentioned before, like it is authentic. It's like it's something that I resonate with, and maybe other people would resonate with that. So I was thinking like how to evaluate, prioritize. Is it numbers? Is it growth? Is it that? Or is it that connection that you do with the content you share? So, but I think it's a bit between both. It's like,
To be honest, so what we measure most of the time, and also the statistics I saw, is the comments you get, the reactions and these things. All of the other statistics will grow if you get enough comments. So the thing is, in LinkedIn, especially when you get a comment that is longer than 10 words, the effect is about 3 to 5 times higher than any other share, like, and etc. So this commenting part. But the thing is also, especially LinkedIn, this works like a lot of people think, okay, I want to build a brand ambassador, so I only start posting. But posting is only one of 4 activities you need to do to be any kind of success in LinkedIn. You need to add people, you need to comment people, and then you also need to send like the messages that you need to talk with people there. So all of those activities LinkedIn measures, and it's not you only do one of them, then you still don't get success. You need to do like all 4 of them, even just a little bit. So that is why it's a little bit difficult, because a lot of people are using ChatGPT, they are making a lot of content, etc. But only content won't, it doesn't fly. It doesn't fly because it doesn't build authentic relationships. That's the thing. So that's why commenting, and also that the user, the profile owner, also comments other posts. That is how you. This is the same as in networking. When you do not speak and only this and this, it's impossible to build any kind of strong relationship. But this is the main thing that, and this is also like if I the final thing that when I showed you that one person needs to see your name like 7 to 9 times before they start to trust you. The easiest way that people start to trust you is by starting to add comments, because if these posts have like, let's say 1 to 20 comments, the person who made the post, they will always remember who are the people who commented, because it sticks out, especially when the comments are valuable. That is the number 1, so to say, growth strategy in LinkedIn: commenting and authentic commenting. That is, yeah. So yeah, we are almost finished. So
Any other questions?
with those, yeah, we are just, I think it's the final slide. Yeah. So this is that we want. So this is what we can do, the branding, and also that we will be to be here in the today and tomorrow. We are here. So if any of you, they are our emails, and if you want the slides, you can email and ask. That if you want, we are more than happy to come in, free consultation and etc. Like no worries, we can do give you an audit of your LinkedIn situation and give you a recommendation if you want. So you can use our knowledge if you want. So we are more than happy to do it. So you have that information, and from my side, yeah, that's pretty much it. We have coffee and bagels if you want. If you want networking, if you want questions, more than happy to answer.
Yes. Thank you for coming in.
Yes.
In person. Thank you for those online, and thank you for the support and helping to organize.
Yeah.
I will take this opportunity to apologize for the techie issues. It was saved at the end of the day.
Yes, exactly.
It's
But
okay.
thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay.
And yeah, if you have questions, more than happy to discuss. And I think we will hopefully, when we are sending a feedback questionnaire, so really hopefully like that we can use your feedback, that when we do the next event, if you like this in fall, that we can get more people and get your feedback, so we can post it online, that they can see that what you guys think about it. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. No, it worked very well. No, I think it's